Hello, welcome to the Daria Reactions. I'm Fred. If you're new to the channel, I'm glad that you found us. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. Uh, Now, for those who are new, very briefly, full disclaimer, I was in high school when Daria was first airing on MTV, and I was watching the episodes when they were on their initial airing on Thursday nights, and especially during their weekday afternoon reruns before Total Request Live. Especially that really pertains more to like the later seasons of Daria, when they had enough episodes to put in in a reoccurring afternoon time slot. Um, so I do remember a lot of things about the series. You can, if you want a lot of proof for that, refer to the first 5 episodes of this little reaction, commentary, rewatch, and so forth. Um, so, and I've been kind of amazed of how much I remembered, especially as it relates to specific characters and personality traits, as well as how much I didn't remember, as well as being totally freaked out by some inconsistency in terms of the artwork for this series, especially with Jodie's hair. It's like Jodie so far at this point has had like 5 different hair designs due to like either her braid looking or like the stylistic choice for her braids being either pencil thin, a gray blob, uh, the standard like black thickness that is like almost similar to what uh, Mac has, and it's like her more traditional look that I personally feel is rather iconic. But Jodie's the one character where there's been some really inconsistency in terms of her how she looks when she's on screen, which is amazing when you figure that everybody else's designs have been pretty consistent and spot on with like no real noticeable differences in terms of like where it feels like the animators were feeling lazy. So I'm really hoping from this point forward that I will be commenting less on Jodie's hair, not looking the way it should look, but we shall see in that regard. Because if there's one thing that Daria, I definitely remember over the course of its full series, is that the artwork was very consistent. With very few animation errors or things that will stand out in a jarring way. Granted, there are some design choices like Jake's teeth. When he speaks and when he's looking straight forward, looking creepy as all hell, but that's whole other details in and of itself. So this week I'm going to be rewatching episode 6 of season 1, titled "This Year's Model." Uh, and I'm struggling to remember any specific details about it. Because I don't like looking up the plot synopsis or anything of that sort. But if memory serves me right, I think it's either Daria writes an article that draws the attention of some sort of teen magazine editor, or some teen magazine or something comes to Lawndale High and like the representatives become enamored with Daria. It's either one or the other. And I think there's a subplot with Quinn. I think Quinn is jealous of Daria, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, like trying to remember any specific details. Other than that, I don't remember anything else about this episode. So it's either this episode is not as memorable as say Mauled or The Invitation or College Board, which are 3 awesome episodes. So I'm actually looking forward to rewatching this here. So the you might very faintly hear audio coming from my speakers to the microphone here. That's kind of like par for the course. Of course, the other big thing is that you will be able to do sync it up with your own either DVD or digital copy of this episode. Um, as we do the full display capture, and I will blur and unblur things periodically here as we go through it. So again, you can we can essentially turn this into a watch along. Alrighty. So let's get down to brass tacks. Shall we? Let's shall. Well, supermodels can promote any damn thing they want. Oh, look, it's an encyclopedia for the Republican Party. Big letters, big pictures.
It's got pros and cons. You can't hurt yourself in here, but you can't hurt anybody else in here either. I wish there'd been a schizophrenic shut-in living in our house before.
Again, Daria has a very cool room.
Of course, we've got Trent there now. That's almost the same thing. My mother's threatening to redecorate again.
My mom went on redecorating trends a lot too before she passed. Of course, I'm considering redecorating myself, so that is quite topical these days. Yes, Mr. Thoreau is turning his back on the world. Why? Because he's thorough. The world is not worth saving. Wait, he called her Normandy? Wait, what? I am totally perplexed by what Brittany was talking about there. Why does it look like Mr. O'Neill is about to cry because Principal Lee interrupted his class? Oh, I was right. Models were coming to the school. Hey, Jody's hair looks normal. Except in this shot, it doesn't. Lawndale High.
Excuse me. Yes. Isn't modeling about dropping out of school to pursue a career based solely on your youth and your looks, both of which are inevitably declared over by age 25?
Age 21 to be accurate.
And don't fashion people squander their lives loudly worshiping all that is superficial and meaningless?
Who doesn't worship things that are superficial and meaningless?
Modeling is a competitive field, yes. But the financial rewards are great. As principal, I'd be treating our student body if I didn't allow them every opportunity to fulfill their potential. Excuse me. Can we assume the financial rewards are great for the school as well? That is really none of your business.
No, because the financial rewards are great for the school, clearly.
I'm trying to fulfill my potential.
Wow, that was actually a rare instance of Daria just smiling outright with like a teethy grin.
We're finally going to get those bulletproof skylights for the swimming pool. Well, I, for one, am very excited about this. I can feel myself getting into the meddling spirit. Excellent. May I be excused? I'd like to go to the girls' room and vomit up breakfast. Where's your lunch?
Well, it's one of the few first instances of seeing Daria, Jane, and Jody together.
She's gonna have that modeling contract signed up before we even get a chance. You really ought to stick to mineral water and parsley.
You know, you don't always have to be against everything. If a kid wants to take a modeling class, you can't tell her no.
Maybe not. But you don't have to let the fashion mob push their classes on school grounds either. Yeah. It's not fair to the drug dealers. They have to wait behind the parking lot.
It's completely voluntary.
Is it completely voluntary?
No problem. But why stop at modeling? Maybe there's a go-go bar downtown that would like to come here and recruit lap dancers.
Don't mention that idea to Brittany.
Mention it to Brittany. Mention it. Wait, what? There is also like that weird dichotomy with Daria and Jody, where Jody is definitely more for things and Daria is definitely more against them. Oh, and here are the.
Amazon modeling agency.
Wow. I don't think the dude's design aged all that well.
I was just telling the class about how the fashion industry uses customer psychology to perpetuate itself in the marketplace.
You know, if the hem of that skirt were an inch higher, you'd have a look as up to date as tomorrow.
Do you think so?
Show off those gams, girlfriend.
This is the most exciting day of my life. Being a model is all I've ever wanted to be.
Wait, she wants to be a doctor. We've seen that.
Besides being the girlfriend of the cutest guy on the team. Oh, and winning the National High School Cheerleading Championships.
Well, say this about Brittany. She has ambitions.
Kids in the desert. Or wherever.
Well, let's have a look. Lovely. What is your name?
Brittany? Is that okay? Because I was thinking of changing it to Lou.
Brittany's totally going all in on it.
Jess, sleep out of that jacket and do a little runway, sweetie.
She's doing a runway walk in the middle of class. Highly productive education system in Lawndale.
That was just wonderful.
Was it wonderful?
Cloud.
Wonderful? Astonishing.
I don't think he believes it's astonishing.
Now, who else in this room is a potential superstar du fashion? You have a very interesting look. Have you ever considered the achingly glamorous
Jane does have an
life
interesting
of
look.
models?
Great artwork.
You're more interested in the design end of things.
Yeah, she
That's
is.
an excellent likeness of you, darling.
A couple of vultures.
Oh, look at you, so waif-like, so pouty. Could you remove your glasses?
Could you remove your halter top?
Pardon?
I can't take my glasses off. I need them to see scam artists.
Yep, Daria just laying it down there.
They're doing this to pay for new bulletproof skylights. The whole thing's
Like, I need my glasses to see scam artists.
good if you want to be a model. Eases the transition to bulimia. You really feel strongly about this. What do you mean? Well, you're talking to us. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's actually a good point from Helen that Daria is actually opening up and talking about something.
So do I.
I suppose you realize that now I have to reconsider my position. These people sound like opportunists feeding off the vanity of naive young people. I pity the kids who get sucked in by them, and I pity their poor parents.
Hey, guess who got sucked in by it? Quinn.
Accepted into a really exclusive
Yeah.
modeling class.
It was like open mouth, insert foot. Like, Helen's on Daria's side on this, which is actually pretty awesome. And so Quinn is actually
What do you mean I'm not the modeling type?
on the opposite end of
My hips?
things.
This has nothing to do with your hips.
It can't be my boobs. Cloud said my boobs were perfect.
Who's Cloud? I'll kill him. If he is a him.
You're not killing anyone, Jake.
Let him kill Cloud because he is the worst thing about Final Fantasy VII.
Sit down, Jake. Quinn, this isn't about your body. I don't think you realize that modeling is an extremely competitive activity
So's dating. You do it right.
in which your value
No,
is to
trust me,
try
Quinn knows how to manipulate the dating scene for it to be competitive, for the guys to come after her.
Wow, she is upset.
Yeah, Quinn isn't answering the phone.
Hello?
Hello. My name is Romanica de Gregory.
And I am Daria Morgendorfer.
I wonder if I might speak with a Helen Morgendorfer.
Hold on, please. Hello?
Yeah,
Am I speaking to the mother of Quinn Morgendorfer?
yeah, that's certainly a scene.
This is Romanica.
Wait, do I even want to know where that wax was poured?
Can I call it a bad time, Mrs. Small? Please call me Helen. What can I do for you, Monica? Please call me Romanica. Helen, your daughter.
She did call you Romanica.
We are handful of girls to participate in a complimentary
Class in the Lawndale High Auditorium.
Complimentary?
How complimentary is it?
Complimentary
Again, I want to know what type of compliments are will be complimentary at this complimentary class. This is the longest that Quinn has had like a depressed and somber look on her face.
Quinn is something quite special. We think she's pretty special too. They've all had that special something. I see millions of girls that have a little
Goodness
something very special.
gracious, they went all out to make her face look like she's had a ton of work done.
In a bed of oysters. I'll discuss this with my daughter, Monica, and we'll let you know. Raw, Monica. Thank you, Helen. And
Look, it's Romanica. There's no need to roll the R's unless you're Puerto Rican. Okay?
Goodbye. What a strange woman.
Helen, that's an understatement there.
I can be anything I want to be.
Yes, we do say that. That reminds me. May I become Queen of Brazil?
Yes,
All
yes, you
right,
can.
participate in the open class, but it goes
Now, is it
no
just
further
me?
than
This might be a recurring thing here, but are the Morgendorfers always eating lasagna?
class and keep an eye on her. No more talk about redecorating my room for 12 months. Done. Done. You're getting softer. On the contrary, I was thinking about going anyway. You were.
She was?
I'm sensing the potential for total humiliation of Quinn here. I'd never forgive myself if I missed it.
Yeah, Daria cares.
Tell me I should just be glad she's going.
Of course you should. It's great that she wants to look out for her little sister.
Do you hear anything that goes on here?
No, he does not.
Have you seen the paper?
Jake does not hear what's going on anywhere. Oh, look, most of the fashion club is all together again.
One who stole your boyfriend. She has fallen and broken her leg. Your job is to tell her without words that you've come to watch them cut it off. Very good, Sandy.
These stays. I thought Stacy was spelled with an I.
Brilliant of you to sign her up.
Nothing like a decoy. Ah, Quinn, that is
Gwen strutting it outright.
You appear truly to be savoring another ill fortune. Thanks.
Now, girls, you're little kittens at an animal shelter. You have to look sad and helpless so someone will adopt you. Otherwise, it's kitty heaven.
That's a bit morbid.
Sad. You really get the idea he's been there.
Kitty heaven? How does he know they're not going to kitty hell?
Good question, Daria.
Now,
Kitty Hell is right next to is right below Kitty Purgatory.
You spotted a headless corpse in it, and it's a brand new car. And a smelly old corpse. In a really bad outfit.
Hey, Janie.
Yo.
Hey, it's Trent. Random Trent appearance is random.
You know, whatever.
Mom and Dad never
Trent's
left the house
wait,
voluntarily.
isn't Trent's voice to be a little bit?
Break it to them. You got any ideas?
No.
Trent's voice sounds a bit
How
weird.
about you, Daria?
Hey, Daria.
Hi. No, really. What are you doing here?
I thought I'd check it out. Get used to being around fashion types. You know, for the future.
Trent, what are you talking about?
Yeah, what the hell is he talking about?
Models, musician,
Ah.
models, musician.
Oh, Brittany. Excuse me.
Brittany, are you all right?
Clearly not. No, she's.
No, I don't. And I don't look like I'm model material either, apparently.
You mean apparently?
I mean, I should be up there on stage with the winners instead of out here in the audience with the losers.
This must be torture for you.
Oh, Dave, I found you.
Kevin, life is so unfair.
What's wrong, babe?
Wait, does Kevin somehow get pulled up into being a model in this episode?
She's stuck out here with the losers.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Now I'm thinking, are we about to have like another reason for for Brittany to smack the shit out of Kevin? Would be awesome if that's the case.
Let's try a little ensemble posing. Might we have some male volunteers from the audience?
Me, right here.
Very good. And any more?
You, out there. What's your name?
I was right.
Come on.
I was right. Kevin gets pulled into it.
Learn to pose with handsome young eagles. Sure.
Kevin's lucky that Brittany does not castrate him.
He's with the winners now. I have to make a phone call.
Who's she gonna call?
All right. These are the sort of poses
Known in the business as hayride
you
craft,
could find yourself doing for catalog work.
unless it's a really fun catalog.
What type of catalogs is he looking for models for?
For instance, boys, would you mind taking your shirts off?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, just take the shirt off. Sure. Okay. You too, Kevin. All right. Now, girls, I want you to rub your hands over those
Uh,
very chests.
wow.
They want you. All that remains is to find some place to let desire run free.
I have to go to the bathroom. Are you sure that's what you're feeling?
Yeah. Quinn is smart enough to get the hell out of that situation,
Press those perfect pectorals.
and Brittany is pissed.
Joy with the silken chest hair. Oh, with the artist where that hair may eventually be. That's it.
Carry on, carry on. I just thought I'd drop in to see how things. What the hell is going on?
Yeah,
here?
yes, good question. Principal Lee to the rescue.
I knew I should have stayed home.
And then I thought, if I sign up with a charity now, before I'm famous, later on I can
The
say,
thing is, though, no,
I was helping others in long.
Quinn is trying to like basically cover the fact that she realized something was wrong there.
We made a commitment to each other. Now it's time to honor that commitment. No more modeling classes.
I'm not talking about taking classes. I'm talking about winning the modeling contract.
Sweetheart, please don't take this the wrong way, but what if you don't win?
Don't win?
Yeah, what if you don't win?
Are on their own, even the cute ones.
You don't get it. I'm writing a poem about what a great model I'd be. I'm going to recite it for Cloud and Harmonica. A model's what I'd like to be. Looking good comes naturally. Da 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 da. Me.
That's it. Send the other girls
Yeah,
home.
it's like great haiku there.
I know you're all anxious to find out who the winner of the Amazon agency modeling contract is.
Yeah, who is the winner?
Say something about what happened here the other day. I don't want you students to think that modeling has to have anything to do with sex.
Really, really.
Anyway, as I was saying,
How could you do that to me? In front of everyone.
He could easily do it to you in front of everyone, Brittany. Let's just remember, in the previous save episode, he was basically laying pipe on her in the middle on a bus.
You can't take that away from me.
I can.
Yep.
You see, students, that's what happens when you
Again, Kevin's likely lucky Brittany doesn't castrate him.
modeling contract. The Amazon modeling agency of
Actually,
the US
Tiffany's not
has
been
decided
was not seen in this episode. Wait, the army's here?
Miss Lee after you. Hey, I'll take it from here. Students, young people, red-blooded youth of America.
Daria
I'm
called
General
in.
Conroy, publisher of Brutal Mercenary magazine, and I've come to your school today to find out who among you has what it takes to become a soldier for hire in today's exciting
Wow,
world.
Daria has some unique connections.
In the name of God.
Now, ma'am, a deal's a deal. Sad to say, America no longer engages in the kind of ground wars that made this country great. But that doesn't mean that
Principal Lee can't believe what the hell is going on here.
mercenary soldiers go where the money is. You not only kill, but get paid well for doing it. Whoa, what a racket. In a few days, we'll be offering a complimentary
This
class
guy
on
almost sounds like Jake. Wonder if it's the same voice actor.
Why, you did it, ma'am. I have your letter right here, and here's the fee we agreed on. Oh, look! The media!
it's a miracle Principal Lee actually keeps her job.
Only you and Thoreau, Dad.
You are so right. I gotta call that baby formula guy.
If that general hadn't shown up, Ms. Lee wouldn't have banned Cloud and Romonica from school. And I would have won that modeling contract. I know it.
But think about it. This is Daria looking out for Quinn in her own way.
Lawndale High quarterback Kevin Thompson apparently has a winning form off the field, too. Thompson has just been signed to an exclusive contract with the Amazon modeling agency. Who
Oh,
would have guessed?
wow.
Kevin's a pearl in a bed of oysters.
That should have been me. I never had a chance to read my poem.
That's a loss for all of us.
Is it really? Is it really a loss? Who?
Come on, try not to look like the dull little high school fool
And
you are.
Kevin is paying for it.
How about the boat? You're not
He's
flirting
paying
with
for
a
it.
milkmaid girlfriend anymore.
When did his caboose get so big? Was it that big when we signed her?
La 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 la.
Well, that was certainly an episode. To say the least there. Not as I would say not as good as the other episodes, or at least the first 5 episodes of the season. So that's I would say this is kind of more of a dud. Overall, it has its moments, like realizing that Kevin's going to get roped into modeling, and I was kind of hoping for Brittany to smack him around again, because for me that's just great comedy, just because how much of an idiot Kevin is, and this Brittany just putting him in his place. But when you think about it, this also is another. This does put the spotlight on Brittany a little bit in terms of her own ambitions. We already seen in College Board that she does has aspirations of graduating college to be have some type of doctorate. And okay, she has ambitions to be a model and like some broader plans and such. So again, Brittany's a lot more well rounded. Daria is more or less a from the has like a supporting role here, but she has some great exchanges with Helen, and in her own way, Daria saves Quinn, because if Quinn was more than likely going to win the Amazon agency modeling contract, if Daria didn't like make a call beforehand to bring those mercenaries in, and that kind of raises the questions of like, how did she impersonate Principal Lee to a degree? Like, how did she pull that off? And did she have this plan when did she have it planned? So that raises a number of different questions there. But in her own way, again, Daria was looking out for Quinn at the same time, and Quinn doesn't really get humiliated at all. As I did also point out, Quinn does also have like a great moment where it's like, okay, they Cloud and Romanica brings the guys up on stage, and Quinn realizes something is not quite right. She gets the hell off stage, uh, which is uh, which is actually again forward thinking, and again it plays up into Quinn's own self awareness of when a situation is not something that she can control. But again, not as good as the previous episodes, but it has its moments. So with that said, we'll wrap this up here. Leave a comment in the comment section on your thoughts on this episode. I'd like to read them, and I will respond to them in order. Uh, like the video if you're so inclined. Subscribe as well for future content and updates. You can also come hang out over on my Twitch channel 7 nights a week, where we do a lot of live gaming and so forth. So with that, tighten your friendship bracelet, stay safe, have a good one, and we'll see y'all in the next video.